The Defense Department's worldwide monitoring and strategic watch are critical components of our national defense, enabling our government leaders and military commanders to be instantly apprised of events which may pose a threat to America's security. In the event of a threatening launch of a missile, America's first bastion against attack, the National Military Command System, NMCS, relies on its vast surveillance capabilities and the actions of its personnel to deal with the critical first minutes of a missile event. Moments after the launch of a missile, surveillance teams at NORAD, at the Strategic Command STRATCOM, the NMCC, and elsewhere are alerted of the events. Here within the Emergency Action Room of the NMCC, the surveillance officer on duty quickly assesses launch profile data and other information automatically on display.
Sir, we have quick alert indications of a possible launch out of the Eastern Hemisphere. Please stand by for event processing.
This data is being fed to the command and control operation centers from surveillance systems operating around the world, on the ground, in the air, and in space.
We have a missile event. Team to stations.
Teams to station, teams to station.
Seconds after the threatening missile has begun its ominous climb into the sky, the NMCC operations team is mobilized. The team includes a surveillance officer, secure voice console operators who, with the touch of a button, can instantly facilitate a secure communications link with any and all syncs in the world, emergency action officers who man their respective communications consoles and ready their emergency action manuals, the Deputy Director of Operations, the DDO, who serves as the decision-making link to the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the Secretary of Defense, and the President, the Assistant DDO, the Single Integrated Operations Plan, PSYOP officer, who vouchsafes America's military significant codebooks, and a Deputy Director of Intelligence, who leaves his desk in the nearby National Military Joint Intelligence Center in order to provide the DDO, if he requires it, a direct information link to the sources available from the Central Intelligence Agency, the National Security Agency, and the Defense Intelligence Agency.
Go ahead.
Sir, we now have possible threat indications toward North America. Indications are provided by Direct Sensor and Cheyenne Mountain.
The surveillance officer communicates information to the DDO, which has been instantly provided to his console from computer systems at the NORAD Command Center at Cheyenne Mountain, Colorado. Less than 1 minute after the threatening missile is detected, the NORAD missile officer, space officer, air officer, various intelligence experts, and other professionals have assessed the situation, checked their latest situation reports, analyzed millions of pieces of sensor data, determined if the alert is possibly due to system malfunction or personnel error, and report their findings to the NORAD Command Director, STRATCOM, and the NMCC. At the same time, surveillance experts at the NMCC have been analyzing the same data on their display system.
Sir, a missile event conference is required.
Missile event conference is required. Convene a missile event conference.
Roger, sir. Convene a missile event conference.
The DDO has convened a missile event conference. This conference provides the DDO with a direct telephone link to the top strategic commanders in the American military. These include commanders at NORAD, the Atlantic Command Headquarters in Norfolk, Virginia, at the Pacific Command in Hawaii, and at the European Command at Stuttgart, Germany. A similar alert involving a different country might require a missile event conference with military leaders from other U.S. commands. Events that warrant a missile event conference include a tactical missile launch from a rogue nation, a foreign country's unannounced launch of a satellite, a foreign country's unannounced launch of a strategic missile, or the launch of a domestic missile such as the space shuttle.
This is the command center with a secret missile event conference. Stand by. Brigadier General Mitchell, sir, your conference has been convened.
This is Brigadier General Mitchell, Deputy Director for Operations, National Military Command Center. The NMCC has possible threat indications to North America. Indications are provided by Cheyenne Mountain and direct sensor data. NORAD, what's the situation?
NORAD's assessment of missile attack against North America is no. North America is not under attack. NORAD has East DSP possible threat indications to North America. Indications are 1 Chinese launch booster. The East DSP system report is valid. Recommend this conference remain up. NORAD complete.
This was a dramatic enactment of how the NMCS would have responded to a hypothetical missile event. The unannounced launch of a Chinese booster missile, which in this scenario was putting a communication satellite into orbit. During a threatening missile event, an assessment is made based on all available data. This assessment could lead to one of four conclusions. No, meaning that the missile event is not an attack on the United States. The assessment could be concerned, meaning that they believe there is an attack against North America, but are still assessing the situation. The assessment could be categorized as domestic, meaning the launch was made by the United States and that it was known to the NMCS. And lastly, the assessment could be yes, meaning the United States is indeed under attack. The NORAD commander in this enactment made his determination with sensor data that revealed that the trajectory of the threatening Chinese satellite booster was orbital, meaning it was a non-threat in its appropriate orbit. Surveillance technology can also determine if the trajectory of a threatening missile will remain ballistic and consequently impact the Earth. If so, the DDO would have immediately notified the National Command authorities and taken appropriate actions.